and I want to know, how are you dealing with fear? Is fear something that's stopping you from having the life you want? Or are you taking those little steps outside of your comfort zone? So I did a live about my year of travel. And for me to spend a year traveling, and this is domestically and internationally, I had to face my fear because I did this alone. I am used to traveling with partners or family or friends, and I did this totally alone. I was invited to speak at a women's event in Paris in the spring, and that opened up so many opportunities because I said yes. So I went to Paris, ended up staying in Paris for about 2 months. And I stepped outside of my comfort zone and I registered for a French class. It was actually a university level class for French, and there were many levels of this French class. But the most interesting thing about this French class is it was a French class. There was no English being taught. So I'm on a walk if I sound a little winded. And I guess you can tell it's freezing out here, but I have to get out in nature and take care of my health. But back to my experience being in France and taking this French school, it allowed me to meet people. It allowed me to face my fears and be vulnerable. There were moments in class where I felt like I was so inadequate because this was an environment where most people there actually spoke some French, and I am used to French phrases. My family is from the Gulf Coast area. We're talking Louisiana, and they all grew up with French. My mom formerly took French classes, but I didn't, so I knew some French phrases, but I didn't speak French. And that was like my fifth trip to Paris. But one of the things that allowed me to do is to realize that you don't get to experience new things unless you face your fear, get out of your comfort zone, and that allows something brand new into your life. So as a result of saying yes and taking this French class, it was a couple of weeks at a university level, I ended up meeting people from all over the world. There were students that were there on spring breaks just taking some courses to brush up on their French. There was individuals there that were taking a vacation in Paris and different areas of France, and they just wanted to brush up on their French. There was an older gentleman, I think he said it was like 72, and he was coming from California. He's living an amazing life, but he just wanted to spend some time in class in an environment of studying and learning. And I was just so amazed by that. As a result of taking this French class, I met up with, I think it was a couple of the ladies. We got together on the regular and went out to have wine time. We refer to it as happy hour in the United States, but it was just like having wine because in France, that's just a part of their culture. They go out and they have wine or appetizers, and they will spend hours doing this. Hours. They slow down and they enjoy life. Joy de vivre. And that's something that's missing for us in the United States, and especially women. We need to slow down. We are doing so much, and our bodies is asking us to take care of her. So a couple of the women that I met up with, we decided, let's do a road trip. We were in Paris, and I think it was just a few hundred miles, and You can be up in the Netherlands. So we hit Amsterdam, we hit Bruges, so many different places, and had food and just delicious experiences. It was just so amazing, and just to see how the landscape is different as you cross the countryside of France. So I just want to encourage you to look at your life and figure out, am I too comfortable? Do I need to do something where I face my fears and get some new experiences? We are approaching a brand new year. So this is one of the best times to figure out, like, okay, what can I do to bring some new excitement in my life, to lean into the next chapter of my life with possibilities. So again, I encourage you to think about something that's been on your bucket list that you maybe thought it's behind you, or it's too late, or you missed out. I'm here to say every day is a new opportunity to say yes, get out of your comfort zone, face your fears, and do something new and different in this next chapter of life. So I have a couple of people in the chat that looks like Willow. My hands are freezing. It's kind of hard to walk and see, but I really appreciate you being here. I'm going to continue my walk. I am close to the water, and you can't see it from where I am, but just a view of what it like. The season has changed, so the cold has taken all the leaves off and the temperature has dropped to below freezing, but you still got to go and take care of yourself. So I'm out here getting my walk, so I encourage you to take care of yourself as you make your way through this time of year, moving into a brand new year ahead. Okay, ladies, we'll talk to you next time. Bye.